フルカウンター。
Alright boys, welcome back to the Grand Cross video. Today we're going to be jumping over towards the Reddit again, because we have a pretty fun post which is going to be Grand Cross opinions to have you like this, or basically Grand Cross hot takes. I'm going to go through it. I'll start with my one. Let me know yours in the comments. And mine, honestly, just changed my opinion recently. I honestly at this point now think that OC characters are ruining Grand Cross. I'm just thinking about other gacha games, bro. Like how every other gacha game has, like, you know, the main characters being the main thing. Where this year, yeah, too many OCs, man, and collabs too. I like collabs. I mean, boys, that's only something for collabs and festivals, right? But at this point, I miss 70 since. It's as simple as that. That's why I can't wait for Fortnite Apocalypse, because that's when we're going to start to get hopefully new characters from the canon lore, right? Alright, so finally we just said that we have the first one, and that is a Ragnar Festival is hype. I mean, listen, you can like it. I mean, I like this new character. She's unknown. I like unknown teams, right? But, I don't know. I wouldn't say hype, man. Like, getting Eskinaw's hype. And to be fair, I wouldn't even go out the way and say that Demon King was that hype, to be honest with you lot. Mael, a little bit was hype, but I think, you know, we should save the word hype for, like, the big characters. Get Chaos Arthur, getting a new Eskinaw. The hype, dude. This is like, yo, everyone's coming back for it. Those are, like, the big banners. Where, like, I don't think new people are coming back. I say that as Yux just came back. But, you know, I don't think a lot of people are coming back for this new character. People are going to skip her. And, you know, that's fine, right? It's nothing to do with who she is a little bit. But, I don't want to see hype, man. It's just, you know, you know what? I guess that's the whole point of this actual post, right? Good start off. Demons are getting their time to shine now, because there's a huge period of stagnation awaits them in the very near future once we get Fortnite Apocalypse going into the in-game. Well, yeah, this is exactly what I said, basically, right? The reason why I believe Demon King is so powerful right now is because he's not going to get a lot of support in the future. Think about it, right? We're going to be getting Fortnite. A lot of humans are just too many humans, right? We're going to have a human meta. So I think Demon King was meant to be made to where he's meant to last a very long time. Where demons are OP now, but in the future they're going to be a pretty good team. And this is the worst period, because there isn't a lot of things to counter them. I mean, to be fair, this new Hell character is doing a pretty good job at it. So yeah, a few more festivals and Demon King will be a pretty, not obviously balanced, he's still pretty cracked, right? But, like, he's gonna be alright. Alright, so Medios is the most hyped character in the game and deserves that many festivals. I reckon it's a guy as well. Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. Someone does say Eskinaw's definitely more hype. I think I disagree. I think Eskinaw is actually more hype as a character, in my opinion. But, like, if you look at the statistics, I think Medios is actually better. Assault Mode Meliodas, I think, was the most hyped character we've ever gotten in the game. I mean, you look at Kabuki's video, I think it's the most viewed PvP video ever on Grand Cross. It got like 1.8 million views for a Grand Cross PvP video. Yeah, it's insane. Oh, so Demon King isn't as broken as y'all make him be. It's partly true, but I think Demon King allows the demons to shine, right? Like, just once again, if you try and kill Demon King, you have to kill him by turn 2, otherwise he kills your whole team. Perk Melee, if you attack 3 times, he kills someone on your team. Esterosa kills someone by turn 2. I think if you combine all the demons together, he's definitely more broken. Where Tyr as a character individually is definitely more better, but yeah, I think now with obviously Hell, the fact that she's able to counter demons a little bit, we're seeing right now that unknowns are actually probably a bit better. But yeah, I agree, Demon King is not broken, but if you combine him with obviously Berserk Esterosa and also Perk Melee, yeah, that's the problem. Lilia should be the first OC festival. Maybe, I guess, like, it would make sense if someone's gonna have it, it would be her, like, the original characters. But I feel like if we're gonna get a first OC, give it to Subnak. I wouldn't mind. She's hot. I mean, like, you know, might as well, right? She's meant to be like the main villain. OC units are essential to extend the longevity of the game. Not true. I mean, once again, look at Dokkan, look at BBS. You know, many other gacha games go on for years without getting OC characters. If that's something Netball wants to do, fair enough. But if they don't start heavily dipping into the OC content, they are effed when 70 story finished. No, they're not. There's still so many characters in story mode that we haven't gotten. There's still so many characters of the final cause we haven't gotten. There's so many virgins. I mean, we haven't even gotten a full count to Meliodas. We haven't gotten a full count to SSR Meliodas. We are not running our characters. And the one thing we haven't explored, which I guess I wouldn't mind either, and I know BBS and other characters do this, right, is OC sins. Give us an assault mode, you know, the one, you know, do more exploration. We saw the April Fools, we got basically the one Meliodas. Why not make that character? That would be sick. I don't think the idea of a run that characters or to extend the game is just literally wrong. I'm sorry, it's just wrong because, once again, BBS Dokkan. I mean, you just start repeating the characters again. Funny thing, the OC schedule wasn't any different than the past 3 years. Now you're getting a lot of hate. Not true. I mean, in the past, we've gotten more 17 characters, when now we've literally gotten more OCs. Well, I guess if you combine the collaborations, right, then you can make an argument. But with the amount of Ragnarok and like OC characters we've gotten this year, it's generally insane, man. Ragnarok and catastrophes have interesting characters and stories. Once again, I agree, but I think there's a limit to how much we can get. Light Liz isn't bad. She wasn't. I think now, though, goddesses, you're not really cooking with them. Jericho deserves an LR. I mean, I think most people would agree she deserves an LR, especially the green one. They need to make a meta transforming unit, preferably Camilla. I think they've shown with Eren that they're moving away from actually, you know, transforming through an ultimate. It's just a bad system, right? Because why ult to transform when you can ult to win? But we saw with obviously Philo, we saw with obviously Eren, that the new transforming characters we get in the game are transforming through abilities, where it's just a simple animation change. Not our traditional transformation character, but that seems the way they're going to be going with transformation characters in the future. And a lot of them work. I mean, getting a small Dian to go big Dian for an attack would make a lot of sense. Getting a skinny King to go a fat king in mid-animation will make a lot of sense as well. And one of my favorites, getting a skinny Escanor to then transform through an ultimate to where he goes big and then attacks and goes back to his small form. Once again, all ways they can do it without actually transforming through an ultimate. I think that's the way they're going to be going to transform character going forward. Oh, this is a good one. Mine, Mayo already got his support. He was always meant to be a PvE unit. How do I feel about that one? Kinda. I think he's definitely more better in PvE, but I don't want to say he already got his support because there are, you know, still other goddesses that we need to get. For example, just name one, you know, Fimo Sario, we can still get him, for example, like the actual adult one. There's no reason why he can't be a PvP character and, you know, be used more in PvP, but what I will say is, though, is that him being in PvP is actually not healthy a little bit. I know he's not as broken as, obviously, Demon King and the Demon Team, and arguably people may prefer to go against, and obviously Mayo. But I think Mayo's whole synergy of actually having one, a cleanse, and also the fact that you can't stat immune is not fun game design. I mean, if you're looking for one of my favorite characters I like using, Ghislaine, you know, lowering the stats. You can't lower the goddess stats. Is I think very boring to play around and kind of limits team synergy in some way. And you know, I think Mayo doesn't really deserve to be in PvP. I think, yeah, this is actually a pretty good take. Henderson is the most deserving unit for a fest that doesn't yet have one aside from Arthur, but the story chapter is probably still a little bit away. It's like 2 chapters away. We're getting them by the end of the year, like undoubtedly. But I mean, I wouldn't say yes. I think there are more deserving people in front of him, like obviously, like, you know, Gloxinia getting his armor version, the Endurers for like Darian Monspeed. There's you know, a few characters, but once again, that's my point. If we go later down in the years, like let's say year 6, year 7, where people think we may run out of characters, we can always go back and redo things. I think getting Hendrickson in demon form as an actual festival character, a more upgraded version, in terms of like animations, just, you know, looks, cool stuff, I wouldn't mind it. Once again, the idea that we run that character, once again, is very wrong, when you can always go back and redo things better as well. I'll be glad not to get any Sin Festival for next year. Give us Commandments Fest aside from Esteros and Zeldris, Archangels, even Catastrophes. Don't put the Catastrophes in there. Once again, exactly my point. Give us, you know, Festival, Enduro, Monspeed, Derry, Armor Glocks, Draw in his dance form, I guess you could say. What about Archangels? Who could they do? Yeah, Fimo Sario, basically the only one I can think of as like an actual like festival for the Archangels. Demon King is a bad design unit. I don't agree with that one because once again, Lolly Merlin has it and it wasn't really a problem. I think the problem is the team, you could say, because he does so much. I mean, what's Merlin? It's like 40% damage cap, so you have to literally hit it 3 times. Where with Tamio Grace, that goes even up even more, right? Where obviously Demon King, 3 times you can kill him, basically, even with Tamio Grace. And we're seeing right now with obviously Hell that the actual ability bypasses it, and we're seeing hopefully more actual poison, more damage over time effects come into play because that kind of bypasses Time Link. It kind of bypasses damage cap. There should be more PP rules that are like, you know, shake things up. Honestly, I agree as well. Like, it's just, once again, the SR rule and the rare rule, it's so fun. It's so fun, and I'm annoyed you don't do it more often. Green mode didn't need to be nerfed. I think the way they went about doing it was wrong, but like he was broken, I think, in knighthood bosses, but like so is every other character anyway. I think the only difference is that you have to normally get Esterotus 6/6 for him to be like the best character in one of the actual guild bosses, where Grimo didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I think they could have went about nothing but different. I think they really killed him off. But yeah, I guess I agree. My whole take is Tarmalink is healthy for PP, not be able to wipe out enemy, introduce a higher layer of survivability. I agree actually. Now, it makes sense now, but in the past it didn't. It really feels like if you don't have Tarmalink, it's a bit like certain characters can't survive, right? Obviously there are problems with damage cap, like Demon King for example, but I don't mind it now. Someone says here that the unknown meta was boring and lame. I disagree. I think the unknown is like one of the best design characters in the game. They have so much unique stuff and so much other options that for content creation and myself, it's always fun to. I mean, right now it's like mostly Echidna and obviously Tyr, but that third character can be anyone. Like similar towards Assault Meliodas when he first came out, you could kind of switch into any demon. It's very similar towards that. Alright, so final one here. There's still so many here, but I don't see a reason why Nerobasta or Gold Armor Gluck should be units. Why is a nothing character like Nerobasta, who had 2 seconds of screen time, being mentioned just as much for Goddess Cope? Gluck's Gold Gluck's armor is actually fine, but people don't realize that this game doesn't make characters out of literally one move. He will disagree. One move never does an anime. Never does an anime. This is why he's a seasonal. If they have to make something up, they'll make him a seasonal character. Oh, someone else has said it as well. That's actually good to see. Going back to Nerobasta, I want Denzel Nerobasta. Denzel when he gets possessed, and he's an actual god for like 2 seconds. It'd be once again a cool thing, man. Like no one asked for it, no one really wants it, but it'd be nice to see him do it, and it'd be like once again more of a way of adding Denzel into the meta. Once again, never really. It was a free character, wasn't good. But if you make him into a natural goddess, then hey, it's a mean character, but you can play around with it and be sick. Boys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Once again, we may have to come back for a part 2 in a few weeks' time. But yeah, there's so much to go through. I'll leave a link in the description if you go through it yourself. And, leave down your comments for hot takes as well. So, boys, thank you for watching. And yeah, peace.